All right, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. We are Samurai Blitz here for episode 7. How are y'all doing today? We got just me and John here today by our lonesomes. But we got a pretty good show for you. We got a few topics to bring up and a little bit of laughter. So get blitz with us, everybody.
All right, so football's back. I'm really fucking excited for football being back.
Yeah.
Chris is a Cowboys fan, so
I never said that.
don't you run from them, boy.
Never said that.
All right, so now since football's back, I always
Ooh, slurping. Slurps, all right.
sound like David earlier. I had to bring this fucking clip. I wish we had the video, but we're just gonna do audio today. But this clip always fucking makes me laugh. It's a oldie but a goodie, but check it out.
We already know we're gonna win.
It's that kind of confidence that continues to amaze people who watch Dylan play.
It's a lot of confidence.
Because he's doing all of this blind.
You know, I can't
doing that with
see,
guts.
and a lot of people think that a blind person can't play football.
But this courageous youngster has proven those people wrong.
Oh, he's just running around all crazy. Oh, that's it. That's always gets
I
me.
haven't seen that video.
Oh, dude, he just running. He's fucking blind, so he's just running around like a fucking maniac.
So, like, do they let him just do what he wants? Like, the other team's not allowed to, like, tackle or...
Well, no, I mean, he can get hit too. That's why he says, "What the fuck is going?
So
what the fuck is going on?"
Do they give him the ball?
No, I don't think he's a running back or quarterback. But I mean, I think it's just epic that he said, "Fuck it, dude, I'm gonna play football no matter what. If I can't see shit."
That sounds interesting because it's like, where do they tell him to go? Like I was saying earlier, does he have like a mic in his or like some headsets in his helmet to be like, go
I mean,
left.
but even that, can you imagine just
You're rather left.
Can you imagine just getting trucked like that, just fucking blind, running around like it makes more sense when you see it, but it's still fucking good. And I mean, just like a blind, like I would like to see a blind fucking league. You know what would be even better? A blind midget league on steroids.
Man, that'd be fucking crazy.
Epic, dude. Imagine all these fucking little roided up midgets just fucking blitzing each other because they can't see shit.
That's take very small doses, I imagine.
Oh, dude, nah, fucking just juice them up, dude, to have that fucking Barry Bonds head.
I don't know if you can do it like that. I don't know how the whole...
They're all dead.
I know, I'm saying you have a bunch of dead little bodies. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, what's going on here? But no, I just think it's great. But yeah, since in the spirit of football season, yeah. So today is the Chiefs and the Ravens. Who you got? Who you think's gonna win this one?
I'm going for the Chiefs.
Dude, if Mahomes wins again, I'm gonna be fucking upset, man. But I mean, it's a possibility.
I mean, it does suck seeing the same team going to the Super Bowl. Well, yeah, it does suck. But I mean, if they're just that good, they're that good.
No, I mean, I don't think they're cheating or anything. But I just fucking like, goddamn.
But I am a Patrick Mahomes fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, he's from Texas, so.
Like I've always I'm a Chiefs fan, but like even like back in the day, I was a Saints fan because I liked Drew Brees. I thought he was a really good quarterback.
I thought he was hot. He had a nice.
I thought he was a good looking guy.
I thought he had a good bulge going on in that fucking field.
And like I like the Cowboys, but like I'm not one of those hardcore fans who like breaks every TV and like.
Oh, dude,
wants to put a gun to my head every time they lose. I don't give two shits if they lose. If they win, that's good. But I mean, they don't ruin my day or my life if they lose.
Have you ever seen that meme with the Chinese TV where you could kick it and punch it and nothing happens to it?
No,
you haven't seen it. Oh, so they have. It's funny because they have like I don't know if it's Chinese, but she's Asian. I'm assuming Chinese because it's fucking that's where all the shit's made.
Yeah.
And she's fucking kicking the TV and punching it and nothing happens to it. And then they show like this fucking beaner ass cowboy fan. And he just gives his credit card like that. He just hands his credit card to her because they're always fucking breaking their TVs.
Yeah.
That's a fucking, dude, that's hilarious that they're known just for breaking.
I think they built it just for Cowboys fans.
Dude, they go crazy off that shit. Like I've seen some where they're like shooting, where even, I think it's all fans now. Because I've seen 49er fans where they were gonna almost win the championship, the last one, and this dude just drops the TV and starts blasting it. He just starts shooting it like
yeah, but I think it's a trend now already. Like people, I mean,
yeah, it's
people are just putting it on their TikTok, they're putting it on their Instagram just to.
Or
just to get the fame for it. That's all.
Yeah. Or just to get off topic, I don't know if everybody heard, but that whole fucking Kamala thing with the Philadelphia Eagles promotion. I'm really curious to see, like, for real, what the fuck happened there, because there's no way without the permission of somebody that you could put that up.
Yeah, it's a trademark.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I think they put the eagle on. Yeah, it was like she had the uniform on.
She had the uniform on with the helmet and everything.
And then the Eagles had to come out and say that they had no affiliation with any party and all that.
We had no affiliation with this woman.
But Patrick Mahomes' wife, did you see she promoted Trump?
Yeah, she promoted Trump. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's fucking interesting.
That's why they went on the whole the Swiftie train, because they were like, her and Taylor Swift are like supposed to be best friends.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? I wonder how that is. Like, that's her best friend, but they're like on totally different sides. I mean, I have friends on the other side of the aisle, but I mean, they're like modern liberal. They're not the fucking dipshits that you see on TV, like the fucking my body, my what is it? My body, my choice. My body, my choice.
They're in a different world,
dude. All those bitches are fucking like 8 bills too. They're all fucking huge, and it's like, bitch, ain't nobody touching you. Calm down. I don't know if anyone's cream pieing you. You'll be fine.
You're gonna be okay.
It's all, even if we try to cream pie, you won't even penetrate that girth. There's too much. There's too much fucking skin flaps.
There's too much to battle through.
It's like
I don't have the energy for all this.
I was in the trenches trying to get through, but I couldn't go nowhere.
I gave up after 2 days.
They held the fucking line, those flabs. But fucking yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty interesting. The one thing that I'm already ready for is the fucking the Red Scare part 2 that we're gonna have. I know there was 2 previous Red Scares, but I mean, we're already the Red Scare in 2020, and then now they're gonna do it now. Because did you see that shit where what is it, Laura Chin? She's with Blaze TV. She supposedly I don't know, but I mean, she took $10 million from the Kremlin. You didn't see that?
No, I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, so it's her little like, she took $10 million. So they had what is it, Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, and what's that other dude, the Dave Rubin, the gay one, that they're all like conservatives, and they were saying now they're trying to put all of them under the umbrella of, oh, they were paid by the Kremlin, and Tim Pool's like, what the fuck? Like, Tim Pool's actually suing Kamala Harris campaign.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's suing them because they said that they put an ad out there saying that he's asking for the what is it, the genocide of all liberals, of all lefties that go against Trump.
Who's saying that? They said Tim Pool said that?
No, the Kamala Harris. They put it on their website, and they said that basically that they made him look like he was asking for the genocide of all people going against Trump.
Who? Yeah.
Tim Pool.
Oh, I was like,
yeah. No, so what happened was Tim Pool had an old like clip when he was with Laura Loomer. I think it was Laura Loomer. She's like a hardcore righty. She's the one that's Canadian, and he said something about what Trump needs to do if he does win is make sure for all the people that have been doing wrong to investigate them and put them in jail if needed, if they did something wrong, but you need a highly investigation. And Laura Loomer comes out and says, well, I mean, that's treason, because I mean, for a lot of the shit that they're doing against America. And then he goes, treason back in the day, I mean, you would get killed for treason.
Yeah.
And then Tim Pool like scrapped that episode. So he scrapped it, and then he said, because he doesn't like calling for any violence, because he's like, Tim Pool's like a rowdy fucking, he's a centrist, I would say, but he's pretty lefty in a lot of ways. But he's considered radical right winger in today's world, because I mean, if you're not for fucking transing kids and killing babies at 9 months, you're a goddamn Reagan. Conservative.
Or even if you have an opinion.
Yeah, I know you can't even.
If you have an opinion, you're a radical.
But I forgot who I was talking to. I was like, man, the lefties they walk in lockstep. They're just like whatever the fucking rate, like whatever that is. And to be honest, like the radical right too. I mean, they're fucking idiots. Like there's a lot of those pro-life motherfuckers that they're saying they're not gonna vote for Trump because Trump is not saying he's gonna ban abortion. And it's like, so let me get your logic here. You're not gonna vote for Trump hurting him, so Kamala Harris will win, where she's gonna make abortion basically legal, like unlimited abortion legal up to 9 months.
Yeah, even to the end of its term.
Yeah, nationwide. So that's your logic, like, oh, this because Trump, like he said, I'm not gonna. And JD Vance
Yeah,
said,
because if he does put a law, he'll make it. He'll put it. It'll become federal.
yeah,
That's why he's saying, I'll just give it to the states so you people can vote on it.
yeah, you people
Y'all make
vote,
the
you vote
decision.
your governors. Your governors makes the laws, and then you fucking go from there because he's the executive of the local branch. I mean, like the state branch, and it's like, how does that make any fucking sense? It's like, oh, he doesn't want to go radical with me, so I'm just gonna choose somebody else. So the most radical fucking bitch ever can get in office. Like, oh my god, dude, you got to be a special kind of retard to fucking have that logic.
Like how you're saying Von Swami had that pretty good idea of like you have to take that certain test.
Oh, he wanted people to take a civics test
Yeah,
to vote. I mean, people. I mean, as it is now, I mean, they're already fucking bitching about having an ID. So I can't imagine that they would even get near that. But and surprisingly, I asked a lot of like students. Like I've asked them, like, hey, what do y'all think about that? Like, you need to at least need to know the branches and how the government, like, to a little bit works. And they're all like, yeah, I was surprised. But one of my colleagues had told me this is the first year ever that he's ever seen. He asked them a question. He asked every class a question, like, what do you prefer, security or what was it, security or freedom? And they all, like, he said, this is the first year where people said security. Like, they would rather give up their freedom just to feel a little safe. And I'm like, oh my god, these kids, bro, like they don't. I don't think they understand what they're talking about. But it's dude, that's how stupid fucking.
I mean, because like they're in easy times right now. You know, all these kids are living in the easiest times where they can get away with anything.
Oh,
pretty
dude,
much fucking anything.
Schools let you get away with anything now. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. And then they wonder why these kids are idiots. And it's like, and I'm not saying all kids are idiots, but the majority of them now, like, dude, they can't even fucking write. Most of
do kids these days even worry about credits for graduating?
Yeah, but they like, you have to.
They don't
like,
have
the
to
way,
work for them.
No, the way it is now, I have to jump through hurdles of fire. Like I have to fucking jump through, like the fucking flabs of fat on that fucking moo chicks. You know, like it's fucking crazy just to fail a chick because you can fail a chick just to fail, just to fail anyone. Nah, you cannot fail anyone. And then if they're really fucked up, like they just don't care, they'll put them in sped. They'll just put them in like a special ed, and then they'll, like, I mean, of course they'll find something like, oh, he's ADHD. Now in Texas, they made dyslexia special education. So once you're in special education, you can't fucking fail. Like you really can't fail. Like it's almost impossible to fail. And then
is it because they don't want students to fail?
Well, I mean, it's just and I talk to fucking liberal teachers about this, like, straight up, and I tell them it's these progressive fucking idiots that come into the education system, and then like even liberals will say, like, yeah, and they have that attitude of every kid's fucking special and every kid's great and everything's this, and they come in and then they implement all these rules. Like even now, if you catch a kid smoking weed in the restroom, you can't do nothing, and they tell you just, oh, or if you catch them with it, but still, if you talk to them in a bad way, then you're gonna get in trouble. So what they do is they just flush it, and then they tell you, oh, well, let's tell them kindly go to class. And it's like, can you imagine if that shit was when I was in
Dude, we would have got expelled. You
would go to jail.
Yeah, they would have called the cops.
Yeah, you would have went to juvie.
Yeah.
I went to juvie fucking like 3 times in high school because of that.
Yeah,
shit.
but you would have been kicked out of that school and not able to come back to the next semester.
Even if you were smoking and you got caught and they didn't catch you with the shit, they would have got you for, what is it, the under the influence.
Yeah.
And yeah, they don't do shit no more, bro. Like they don't do nothing. And I'm also like, yeah, I don't know if you need to go to jail for the shit, like when you're young, but it's like they don't give a fuck. Like if you, like, once or twice, but these kids, bro, they don't give a fuck. Like they every place I've been, they're just like no holds barred. They're just like, fuck it. And then they wonder how, like, they're like, oh, well, why can't you teach them? I'm like, well, they're fucking high out of their gourd. They're like, and which is fine because I used to go to school high all the time, but I was all right. But I could write you an essay in a fucking heartbeat. These kids can't write. They can't do nothing. They don't know shit.
So right, I mean, they can't spell or they can't put a sentence together.
Or they can't spell for sure. But I mean, I know adults that can spell, but they can't form a sentence on their own. You have to like give them sentence stems.
They got like a long,
and these are not kids. These are like
sentence.
17, 18 year olds, 16, 17, 18 year olds, bro. Like it's fucking crazy. Like it's wild out there. Like they just let them get away with fucking murder nowadays. And and then you can't fail them. Like they will tell you you have to take makeup work to the last day, actually the last minute of the day, and then even at that, if they'll get somebody, like they'll get a teacher to come help them. Like they'll get like an administrator and they'll come on, let's do it together, and they'll do it together. Basically, he'll sit there and do nothing, or she'll sit there, and then they fucking hand in the paper and they're like, okay, you got to pass them.
So if they can't form a sentence, can they read? Or is it worse?
Or some of them, I mean, but a lot of them, I mean, the majority of kids can read though, but they're not like, they don't understand what they're reading, like, because most of them don't know any vocabulary. So the whole system's all fucked up. But yeah, back to that whole Kamala Harris thing. I hope Tim Pool sues the fucking shit out of her.
Yeah,
that stupid fucking wannabe Southern draw bitch, dude.
She's not putting enough of that molasses. You know? She just had that little more of a Southern draw, like if you're chewing on a little molasses.
I love that fucking show, dude. Where it's surprised they didn't they make a new Office?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I saw like up to like season 3, but I got all
dude?
I got all hands in on fucking Parks and Rec, bro. Like once I forgot who told me about Parks and Rec, so I started watching it, dude. Never got off.
Nah, man. I
went
the
all the
Office
way.
is fucking incredible.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, I know.
And it's offensive as fuck. They fucking go in.
I still saw like the parts in here and there, but I never saw like when Will Ferrell was in there, or the dude who played Ultron.
Yeah,
he was in it. So I'm probably gonna watch it because I found out he was in it. I'm like, okay, now I'm pretty interested. I want to go back into there because for the Parks and Rec has been done for years. So
I'd never seen it, but
dude, Parks and Rec, dude, that shit's fucking insane. You'll fall for that one quick.
I need to try it. But no, I'm interested to see, like, just because they're already doing that whole thing now. So they're putting every conservative, especially Blaze TV, already fired that lady, Laura Chin, and they're trying to now they're trying to say like the Russians are putting it, and it's like they put $10 million in something that supposedly that's the thing, right? And Merrick Garland's over there acting all fucking with his fucking cock all out, like acting like, oh, I fucking, we're prosecuting and all that, which is fine, prosecute. I'm for that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but like, how the fuck, like now you're gonna fucking say every little thing is like, oh, it's Russian disinformation because they're already going at it. Because you saw Hunter got his 3 felonies today, right? Did you see? Yeah, they got him for 3 felonies, and the whole thing is what you got to think about it is like they did it pretty fast. So why are they doing it so fast? Because Joe Biden has till January, and what's Joe Biden probably gonna do? He's gonna fucking pardon him.
Yeah, he's gonna pardon all 3 of them.
And because supposedly he's facing 15 years, but that's they always give you the max. Like they used to tell me all the time, just for marijuana, they're like, you facing 5 years, 2 to 5 years.
If anything, they're gonna drop it to like 1 year and like maybe like 500 hours of community service.
Dude, they won't even give him 1 year, bro. That's gonna be ridiculous. And then so yeah, they're like a lot of shit's going on with that. And then now they're like I said, they're gonna be saying Russia, and but fucking Russia.
They're trying to just bring up any shit,
dude. Yeah, because they can't beat them on anything. All her policies, like the thing that drives me fucking nuts is Trump's tax act, whatever that he did, his tax plan. My bad. It expires soon. And if that happens, like even Kamala said, she's about to put like the highest tax in our nation's history, and then the unrealized gain tax. Like, yeah, that should alone fucking make people just go crazy and be like,
pay taxes on money you don't physically have.
You gotta, and just to put it for people, just to put it easily, it's just say you buy a house for 100,000, even though you can't get a house for 100,000, and especially in fucking San Antonio anymore.
Not this time of day.
You won't, dude. It's never going back down. You get a house for 100,000. Let's put it that way. So in 2 years, you still live in that house. Let's just say 1 year, because the fucking equity in the house goes up so quickly nowadays, especially here. Because
dude, like the one in my house went up like that.
Hey, but to be honest, a lot of Californians I met moving here, they're like escaping that shit. Not escaping like it's like fucking like like it's Vietnam out there, but they're like, fuck this, dude. I'm coming here to do that. But also that I'm in the field that I'm in, a lot of them are coming for the wrong reasons too. I meet a lot that are coming like, they're like, well, in California we do this, and in this way we do this. It's like, bitch, we'll go back.
See, that's what I was saying. Like if you're gonna move into another state, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But you should have a residency of at least 1 or 2 years before you can actually vote
locally.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
yes.
I mean that would.
That way,
then you would have to vote. But then but I could see the argument, because then they would say, but you no longer live in that other state, and then you're kind of suppressing the vote of people in this state.
There goes that big word right there, suppressing.
Suppressing.
Everyone likes using that word.
Well, I mean, it would. I could see that argument being played out. Like you are literally like somebody moved there. Like
That's one reason why Texas is. I mean, it's always been a Republican Democratic state. It's some people thought you could think of it as purple or whatever, but
yeah, they've been saying it's purple for years. Since
it's turning more fucking blue because everyone from Democrat fucking states keep coming here and they're bringing their stupid ideological fucking ideas here. They're still voting the same way for the same reasons they ran away for.
But I don't know if it's turning so much blue because a lot of like if you get on Facebook and other places, there's a lot of fucking Latinos fucking like that are straight up like I'm voting red like 100%. Like there's a lot. I mean, we're two of them. But I mean, how many Latinos? Like everybody we know is basically like we know like some black people, we know Latinos, we know some white people, and everybody I know is except for like my old friends that are like fucking diehard blue. They're voting red, and like so I don't know how true, but it is true. The major cities like Houston, Dallas, Austin, of course, the fucking Republic of Austin, and
People's Republic of
and
Austin.
Corpus. Like I mean, all those kind of big cities are gonna vote blue because I don't know why. I just always vote blue because people just assume that's the people for you.
Like I was freaked out when I found out San Antonio was blue. Like,
oh, dude,
the fuck?
It's like our fucking stupid what is it, Sheriff Javier Salazar? That dude's a piece of shit, dude. And people keep voting him in. Like what a fucking cunt. Like that dude's such a fucking like politician. And one of my cousins actually like works for him, and he says like, dude, he'll tell them one thing and he'll turn around and tell the media a whole another thing. Like he's just a piece of shit. But they keep voting him. They keep voting him in. I think people just have that Stockholm syndrome. Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna vote for my abuser. Like it's like, hey, they raped me, but I like him. Like it's just like, what the fuck's wrong with you idiots, dude? Like, what do you like? I don't understand. But to be honest, like a lot of local elections have really shitty candidates too. Like there's nobody stepping up. And
I remember because I was never really big into voting until like until Trump came into office. And I remember this one guy I used to work with. Well, he would take the day off to go vote. Or not take the day off, but he'll come in and leave. I was like, hey, where'd you go? He goes, I went to go vote. I'm like, what the fuck you vote for? He'll do local. Yeah,
that's the most important.
Yeah, he would just like you. He was telling me like, dude, like that's like it's very important to vote for your.
Because those are the motherfuckers they're gonna.
I forgot
make those rules.
I forgot what day that was, but I think he voted for like a judge and he voted for someone else, and I was like, oh shit.
And the thing about local elections, they're not really they're not like you got to know who they are because they don't really
you
have.
really have to research the one.
Yeah, because they don't really have like a party system a lot of times. Like they'll just say, like I remember that one Indian chick that was in my neighborhood. I think you were at my house. Remember she came in the driveway. She was like pretty hot. She was a hot Indian chick. And she was all for the proposition. Man, I forgot that proposition.
I don't think I was there. No,
she was. There was a proposition in San Antonio where they were trying to do it like California. Basically, they were saying if you steal less than $1,000, you wouldn't get arrested. You would get a ticket. And if you do vandalism, or it was $800 or something. If you do vandalism, under $1,000, you wouldn't get arrested. So basically, like we're the way it is in California, where they could just, hey, let's fucking wreck shop. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine being in California and just being like, hey, I could steal up to $1,000 and they're not gonna do shit to me? Like, dude, like, and then like if you stop them as a security guard, you're probably gonna get sued for fucking touching them. Like, and it's fucking wild. And then they have
that's why all those fucking businesses closed down over there. Everyone beft.
Dude, where Bert Chrysler just did a video the other day where he was walking through and he saw everything's caged up because everything's caged up because nobody wants to fucking do it. I mean, nobody wants their shit free because they just swipe and leave. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Can you? I would like to be in a room when that was going on. Like, hey, I got a good idea. Stick with me. Hold on. You could steal up to $1,000, not get arrested. And then the other guy's there. I like it.
All right. I'm in. He's all. When did we start?
It's man, I can't believe we never thought of this before, man. I think this and their whole
what's the whole logic behind
the whole logic behind it is you're not gonna arrest people for nonviolent crimes. So like instead of like arresting people, so you're gonna put people in jail, right? That's still like $500 or whatever the fucking case is. And they're gonna go to jail. And then they're gonna go to jail, and then what's gonna happen in jail? It's a violent place, and they're gonna be violent. They're gonna just graduate, which is I could see that logic, right? They're gonna graduate to like higher crimes and all that. But it's like and not that I could see the logic, but I could see like when you get people in there for like marijuana, right? And then they come out. It's just like the Boston George story. You know, he went in there for marijuana, came out a fucking PhD in cocaine, drug dealing. You know, what was that movie with Pee Wee Herman? Blow. Remember that movie, Blow? You never saw Blow with Johnny Depp?
Yeah,
fucking great movie, dude. God damn it, the dude fucking tore it up. But that's the logic behind it. So you're getting all these non-violent criminals. You give them a ticket and they have to pay, but no. At the point, what happens is it just incentivizes fucking stealing, and then on top of that, if you touch them, then you're getting violent, and they're probably gonna fire and sue you. That's what's gonna happen. So nobody ever gets a ticket, and then people it's just a swipe party. It's just like fucking, like 5-figure discount was a fucking thing, like where you get one thing. These motherfuckers are getting like handfuls of things and just running out because
if they keep stealing and getting away with it, they're gonna be prone to wanting to steal more shit.
Well, yeah, incentivizes.
It's gonna be an addiction for them.
Or it's not even addiction. Addiction is more like a, what is it?
Oh, some people will get addicted.
No,
to
they
that
get
kind of
addicted
shit,
to stealing. But when it's not, when there's no repercussions, is it an addiction? It's like when you have that I don't know. The Simpsons did it really good. I think, it was the newest one, and they're usually not that good. But they had that one episode where they legalized marijuana in Springfield, and Homer and like other people decide, like they're like celebrating it, like fuck yeah, it's legal now, and then they realize it's not fun. Like, cause the thrill that they get, the reason they get addicted to stealing, right, is because it's fun. It's exhilarating. It's like a rush, right? Like you fucking take something and you're like, fuck, they're gonna catch me. I gotta go. Like you gotta hide it. And that rush gets them all wet or fucking hard, depending on what kind of private pots.
That's the good adrenaline. Certain parts of the area.
That's what it is. So basically, if you let it be like fuck it. If you know you're not gonna get in trouble, are you gonna get off to it?
No,
exactly. So a lot of them are like, but anyways, they're just stealing anyway. So I think that's a little different. But in Springfield, whatever, to go back to that, it's funny because Homer and them, they kind of get mad that they don't. I mean, they get kind of sad because that nostalgia feeling of going to that dirty dungeon and getting like a dime bag is fucking cool. And then they start like pretending like they go to Otto's house because Otto's a fucking stoner. Yeah. And they go to his house and they're like, "Hey man, you got that weed in there." They go to his dungeon area and he does it all like it's shady, but it's legit. So they just get that rush again of going into a fucking shady area, getting weed and shit. But it's true, like once you like, I'm sure those fucking, what is it? I was gonna say necrophiliacs. That's fucking totally whoa, went off on what is the stealing shit? Oh my god, how did I get blank now? When you steal something, they have a disease. Look it up. There's a name for it, but I'm sure those people, they're just not happy about it because the thrill's gone. Like once you get the thrill out, it's fucking gone. But yeah. But anyways, back to, I think the biggest topic of the day. I mean, the biggest thing of the fucking election should be the unrealized gains. Did I even finish that fucking thing? So back to that. If you buy a house for $100,000, right?
Kleptomania?
Yeah, kleptomaniac. There you go. That's what what's her name was? Winona Ryder. She was one of those for a little bit.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, she was stealing like dresses.
Yeah.
Damn, she's fucking bad too. So throw me in California.
And she was saying she didn't have money because she had to do an interview.
Yeah,
not interview. She had to do a.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, she was saying the reason she stole it because she had no money and she had an audition. She had an audition.
Well, I want to just finish the ungained, like just so people could realize how stupid it is. So you buy a house for $100,000. Boom, you get it. You live in there 2 years. It goes up to like, let's say, what's a reasonable thing, like 140.
Yeah.
So now that 40,000 that you earned in equity in your house is gonna get taxed, and I think it was, what was it,
25%.
25%. Yeah, that's right. So 25% of that's gonna get taxed. Now 25% of 40,000 is I'm fucking terrible at math. That's 10%. About 10% of 40,000 is 4,000.
10,000.
So it'd be 8,000, 10,000. Yeah. Fuck. That's $10,000 you're paying and you're still living in that house. So you haven't seen that $40,000. And that's what she wants to implement. And then for people to not know that, it's like, bro, how do you not know that? Like, how do you not see that and say, this is the most stupidest shit? And even MSNBC anchor one time was saying, this is so unconstitutional and everything you're doing. This is ridiculous.
Imagine property taxes, like property if you own land.
Yeah, because
dude, that's gonna be worse.
Dude, my house is worth like way more than I bought it. Like it's way more. And I ain't paying that shit. Like fuck
Yeah,
you.
that house is
And then
ugly.
and that house is not. It's not a good house. That's
That's all
ugly.
fucked up. That house is
That's
bad.
ugly.
I hate going there.
I don't even want to go there half the time. It's like fuck. I got to take my gat.
Every time I drive in, I just want to turn right around.
He just whoop.
Yeah, not today. I'm not feeling this.
I'm not feeling this. But I mean, that also, that just like her fakeness, like, you know, when every presidential candidate gets a bump after their DNC or RNC, she didn't get no bump.
Yeah,
It
she
stayed
didn't.
the same. Also, fucking like the First Amendment shit is what drives me nuts, because she said in 2018 too that Elon Musk needs to be held accountable. I mean, no, she was saying that was when Jack Dorsey, my bad. Jack Dorsey needs to get Trump out of X and basically silence him. She's calling for X to be more accountable, all this shit. And fucking her, what is it? Tim Walz's AG, what's his name? Keith Ellison. He said what was it? Abrigado Brazil, because they fucking basically banned X. What we were talking about last time. They
Yeah.
banned X from the country. And it's like, bro, how do you not see these people are just pure at some point you got to say they're fucking evil.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking evil.
100%.
And the First Amendment is like one of the most sacred amendments. And then to keep the First Amendment, you need the what? Second Amendment. That's what keeps it in place. Like that's why we have it. They fucking arrested people in England they arrested one person in England for fucking singing Kung Fu Fighting. Just fucking crazy.
For singing Kung Fu Fighting?
Yeah, because now I'm gonna play it in a little bit, but there's a British dude and he one of the British Parliament guys, and he says you need to watch what you say online, because what you say online is not gonna protect you. And if you say shit online, that's not like one lady said something about, why are all my tax dollars going to a bunch of Muslims that are just raping and killing our people? Which she has a point. I mean, look at what's going on in England. Look at what's going on in Ireland.
They destroyed it.
Dude, they're destroying it. They're predicting by like 20, I think it's 2050 or 2070, like it's gonna be the whites are gonna be the minority. They basically just gave away their country.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dude, you look at the streets of England and a lot of videos, it's like the Middle East.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like what? And they're getting more authoritarian by the day. And it's like, if you have no free speech, you have no freedom. I'm sorry. Like that has to go hand in hand. Like if you cannot speak your mind, then you have no freedom, and you're you're living in 1984 in authoritarian, totalitarian fucking government. And that's the way it is. And for people to see that and to see Democrats applauding it, they're fucking there like little seals. Like, they're fucking applauding the shit. And for people to be okay with that and see like, oh, but I want to vote for these people, I think then you don't value your freedom, and you haven't read a history book in your entire life, and you might want to fucking brush up on that. That's just my opinion.
And quick.
And real quick. Like it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like you fucking like you can't.
I know
you can't be that stupid and don't see these people as evil. And any person, like it's like Lindsey Graham, right? He's a fucking Republican. That dude's a war hawk piece of shit. Like it's like, yeah, even Republicans, whoever's on there, fuck it, dude, vote them out and get them the fuck out of there. Like they don't deserve any of our taxpayer dollars. They don't deserve anything. They need to be out, because they're trying basically to throw our kids in the future into this fucking endless wars, so they can have the war machine can keep turning and fucking functioning the way that they want it
That's
to.
how they make money, dude. They make
Oh,
money on
dude.
wars, but like insane money.
But yeah, like all that Kamala Harris shit, like she basically has nothing. Like there's nothing to her other than she's black, Indian, and fucking a woman.
Well, she has nothing to run off of.
Dude, the only thing that she had that was worth anything was the thing she stole from Trump with the tips.
And that wasn't even her idea.
And and the inflationary fucking the act that they did. She was the final vote that basically hired 87,000
87,000
IRS agents that are gonna fucking tax you on your tips and are gonna be way more strict on whatever you get on Cash App, Venmo. And they just arrested the dude from Telegram in France.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fucking, like they were saying too, there's no way the U.S. did not have a part in fucking coordinating that arrest. Like there's no fucking way. And that's fucking wild. Like, bro, just because it's an encrypted messaging source that the government cannot see, which they want, and it's like, you know, Big Brother's watching, you know, it's fucking 19, like we're basically, I mean, George Orwell, I mean, he predicted Orwellian governments. I mean, and that's what it is. I mean, I guess, I mean, he didn't predict it because there was Orwellian governments already, but I mean, he predicted in the future there would be Orwellian governments. Where we call them Orwellian governments, but they would be like these fucking governments where basically they watch your every step and every move, and you can't even in your own home, they're looking at you. You have to. Have you ever read 1984?
You told me about it.
It's one of the greatest books ever, and it really talks about the times where, like, especially with social media, like they say right now, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk now, which I feel like he's using at least for some good, and like Jeff Bezos, all that, they have more power than any person in the history of the world. Like not even King Louis, never had that much power. I mean, fucking, like even what's his name? There's so many like rulers out there. Oh my God, the fucking Mongolian was
Khan? Genghis
yeah,
Khan?
Genghis Khan. I heard it's Genghis Khan. I was correct.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, bro. I saw that one. That there was like it wasn't Genghis Khan. It's Genghis Khan. But anyways, there's a good Genghis Khan. I had to say it correctly. Now look at me, all fucking fancy. I'm all fancy. Damn. I'm all fancy like that.
I don't know. I like Genghis Khan better.
It's a word, America. I say Genghis.
We don't even pronounce the A, America.
I say Genghis. I don't give a fuck. Now, but fucking, I get all Kamala Harris. It's all back is downtown. Oh, we gotta play that one. The fucking dude. How did Robert Downey Jr. play blackface? Nobody cared. That's fucking amazing. But
dude, he played that shit amazing.
I love how he fucking name dropped San Antonio too. He's all
back in San Antonio. I used to be a sous chef.
Yeah, the sous chef in San Antonio.
Russell loves some crawfish. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still feel like they just had an article today where one of the guys that has predicted every president other than the George Bush and Al Gore, which they kind of say was an anomaly because the whole Florida thing, even though when you look into it, it was nonsense. He only wanted to recount like a certain sections of Florida, like he didn't want to do the whole thing. Anyways, that guy, sorry about the call, but that guy predicted Kamala Harris is gonna win, and that's pretty interesting. Like he's been right about almost everyone. He does this little thing, but they were kind of going point by point of what they're saying. Like one of the points was there's no opposition. And I don't know if you know, RFK got off the ticket only in states that don't matter, but in the states that do matter, he's still on the ticket. Yeah,
they don't want those votes to go to Trump.
That's a dick move, right? Can you imagine?
Well, he's still.
I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay. Well, I mean, yeah, and dude, I hope if like I said, I don't know if I said it on the pod before, but can you imagine the poetic justice if he became the head of the CIA? The people that killed his uncle and supposedly killed his dad too. Dude, that goes full circle, bro. Fucking greatness. I'll fucking jerk off to that, bro. I fucking like, yeah. Tell me more about those CIA secrets.
Tell me everything.
I want to know everything. But that is a good question though. And I don't know who said it. Somebody had asked a question. Would it make you, what would it do to people if we really found out the truth on all the horrible things CIA and FBI did do? Like, would it get to you to the point where you're just like, you would hate America? Because like, they've done, dude, all the regime changes and all the horrible things. And
I think a lot of bad things might come out of it. Because one, most Americans don't even trust the government to begin with.
Like, it's pretty mainstream now that most people believe CIA and FBI, whatever, but mostly CIA had a hand in killing our president. Basically, just like I say, that's a pivotal point in American history. Do you think do you think it would be good for you or bad for you? Like you would just almost despise America for all the horrible things those agencies have done? Or do you think it'd be good to know when we move forward? What would be your take?
I mean, a lot of good, or I don't see much good coming out of it, but I do see a lot of horrible shit coming out because already people don't trust the government to begin with. I mean, that's been a thing for a long time because before government was meant just for military and protection. It was never, because remember, we're private citizens. So, I mean, if the truth was come out and it was bad,
I mean, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not
going to be real bad.
It's not going to just be bad. It's going to be fucking horrible.
It's going to be catastrophic. I feel like, because
it's going to break a lot of shit, man. I mean, that glass ceiling's going to break fast.
It would be like the Epstein coming out.
I think it'll cause more damage than anything.
You don't think people would just move forward with it? Like, all right, we need to just totally gut this agency?
I think in the future, yeah, but you got those hardcore patriots, bro, who are just they'll just start going crazy.
Well, I mean, it's insane to think about like those like that in general, because like all the fucking like I was saying earlier, all the regime changes, all the shit, like did the Middle East didn't hate us the way they do, like to the point we are now, because all the shit I mean we got involved in, and we're always putting our hand in it, and it's from agencies like the FBI, CIA that have no overwatch. They're not like, they don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, Hoover's fucking FBI. Come on, let's be real. Like, they're in it for their own self-interest. Like, they exist for themselves. They don't exist for the country. Now, you can argue they do some good shit, but I mean, look at almost every FBI case that comes out almost now. Like, sorry, the beer is coming up. Look at almost all these cases that are coming up. It's like there's like fucking 10 people involved and like 8 are FBI agents. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, yeah, y'all just like, especially with the Whitmore fucking kidnap over there in Michigan. And it was one guy. It was literally one guy. And he was just a lonely guy. And like 4 FBI agents just manipulated him to create this plot of kidnapping their what is she? She's the governor, right? Yeah. Like their governor. And it turned out it was like, it was all bullshit, that he was just trying to impress. They used to get him high. They used to do all this shit. And then they just try to impress. He tried to impress him and said like, fuck it, let's do it. And then you get him high and drunk enough, he'll fucking say, fuck it, let's fucking rage. I'll kidnap that bitch.
Putting them on fucking acid and everything.
Yeah. Where, I mean, that's what that's what the CIA did with paperclip and all the other shit. I mean the midnight, what was it? The midnight passion thing that they had going on, where they would get prostitutes to fucking lure in guys. They would fuck them. And then there would be a guy, an agent, looking through the glass window, like a double pane window, and then they would drop acid in his drink, and they would just kind of like observe his behaviors and then try to manipulate him and fucking do all kinds of shit. And it's fucking crazy, like the mind games that they played, like that they done. It's fucking wild, and it's like, bro, they did that to Charles Manson. Like, he was a psycho already, but he was one of those people that they used to fucking like trip him out and fucking try to see his behaviors and stuff. Like, dude, it's fucking, it's wild. All the shit they've done. It's like,
you going deep into the CIA stuff,
dude. They're fucking, dude. They've done a lot of crazy shit. I mean, it was fun when we talked about their condom drop.
Oh yeah,
that'd have been a good.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of psyops that they fucking put on people and just manipulate them to a fucking.
I forgot about that condom drop.
Like, even Candace Owens talks about that one time with I don't know if it was CIA or FBI. I think it was CIA, because they do a lot more. I mean, I know they all do psyops, but where they put 9 agents in a room and one regular person, and they give them a picture of a triangle, and they all say it's a square, until the last guy, and he says, like, I think at first he says triangle, and then they're all looking at him like, what? And then they do it again, and then little by little he'll start saying square just to fit in, because he's like, am I fucking crazy? Like, everybody's saying square. And that's the mind games they played, just to fucking see how far they could take you to, where, like, I mean, that's gaslighting on an epic level, right? Where they're gonna.
I wonder how they come up with these things. Like,
bro,
who's the mastermind behind all this shit?
I mean, there's so many people,
because we know these agents they're not really in charge of this. They're just following orders.
No, where some of the agents, I'm sure they like the top ones.
Who's the top people who were like coming up with this fucking crazy shit?
I forgot the one that did the midnight romance one where they were doing that, but I forgot his name. He's pretty popular. But they used to do also a lot of shit on like Hyde and Ashbury over there in San Francisco. Like, that San Francisco is one of their homes where they just fucking did that shit with the prostitutes and acid and all kinds of shit.
I read the one on remote viewing. That one was fucking crazy.
Yeah, they do a lot of crazy shit.
Remote view. If you ever see, if you or anyone who's hearing like are interested in that one's an epic fucking story. Remote viewing.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would love that one with the fucking, dude, you get laid and acid trip all in one night. Fucking sign me up.
Dude, I don't know if my brain can handle that.
I would say that's one of the more fun psyops that they put around.
They're like, this guy's just not falling for it.
It's hey, you got any more of that fucking A? I'm tripping.
We're on the 4th prostitute and we're out of drugs.
I'd be like fucking. It's just all fucking. Give me another. I could see you back there. He's how the fuck does he see me? It's all,
I know you're jerking off.
I know it's like
Oh,
God,
he can see me.
It's goddamn Neo. It's Neo. He's the one.
He's the one. Oh God, that's
He's-
Jason Bourne.
He's fucking plowed 8 prostitutes and done 8 hits, and he's still going.
This man's a bottomless pit.
I know this man's a fucking just pure debauchery. Fucking just walking.
He's straight evil.
He's just a walking piece of shit that has nothing.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go join with this guy.
Hey, bro, that'd be fucking wild. Like, but it's there's I don't know. I want to fucking. I really want to see. I really want to like. I really want to see RFK get in that role, or either that or in the health department.
Health department would be badass.
Yeah, because I think it was about when he was saying that he had a little thing where he was saying that when his uncle was president, that America was like 13% overweight or some shit, and that he was really worried. He saw that as like a major like turning point, and he was like, we need to address this problem. And now it's like 45%.
Yeah,
we're just a bunch of fat hogs, you know.
Did you ever see those little things? It's on TikTok too, but I don't have it. I don't have TikTok, but I have Instagram, and it's like random videos of people like showing. It's like people in a crowded city, right? And they show it's in America. Doesn't matter where in America, but then they show one like in like fucking Sweden or somewhere else, and it tells you like. What do you see? What do you see the difference in between this video and this video? And it's America versus another country, and like they're all healthy, thin people, and you got these fucking fat people using these fucking trikey things because they can't fucking walk, and just like and everyone.
Those people make me sick though, bro. Come on, like the ones that are just fat and they're like in those little hover rounds.
Yeah.
Like it's like, come on, get your fat ass up and take a little walk. You fucking
see them all
rhino.
the time. You see them in the grocery stores. I mean, the one thing I love is when you see those little memes of like, it'll start the video off. It's like it's a road of all these vehicles, driving, and all you hear is like the Jake brakes of an 18-wheeler, and you see a fat guy or a fat person on a fucking wheelchair on an electric scooter.
I think one of the best memes of all time was when they had that fat chick. It was like a drawing. She was a real big girl. She had a fucking it was during the COVID time. And she had a mask on, and she's yelling at some skinny dude with no mask, and she says, "You're fucking putting my health in danger." And it says, "You're putting my health in danger." And it was like, that's because it was a lot of those people, and they were like, "Oh, you're putting my health in danger," and look at you. And it's like, bitch, it's not my fault. You're fucking 5+, and you fucking have cankles for days over there, fucking hooves,
Fucking thighs on those hooves.
You got goddamn fins.
Hooves. Hoof.
Fucking David. But I mean, it's true. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bitch, you put your health at risk a long time ago. That whole fucking fat pride thing is so weird to me. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm skinny, but I'm not proud of it. Like, I'm not walking around like, hey, look at these fucking blubs.
Shit, no,
I look good.
I know. I was just more like, because I mean, I was gaining weight, but like now, not like too much, I guess. But like David fucking turned my life around, bro. When me and him talked, I was like, shit.
Yeah, bro. I would like to see, especially like even when you go to Mexico. In Mexico, they're not fat.
Oh,
Yeah,
because it's like how RFK was saying, their food is so organic, and they make like homemade meals all the time. Like, look at our fucking shit that we're eating.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the story of McDonald's fries that we had, that discussion we had earlier or last time. Those fries are so fucking poisoned.
And I still eat them, dude.
Oh, fuck that, dude. When I saw that, I have yet to eat a McDonald's fry.
I'll still eat those motherfuckers, dude. I don't give a fuck.
And
dude,
that's why when you go to other countries, everyone's so thinner. And plus, most countries, people walk everywhere.
But every country has McDonald's, though. Dude, and they eat McDonald's, like, even in Japan.
Yeah,
bro.
but I wonder if the rules, I don't know if the rules are the same over there.
I'm sure it's the
you
same,
can't
bro.
get all those potatoes out of Idaho across the world. No, there's not enough.
But the thing is,
I'm thinking, because they even have different menus in different countries.
Oh, yeah. I remember in Japan, they had the big Texas burger.
Yeah.
And that's not here, but they have like teriyaki burgers and shit in their McDonald's. But the one thing is their portions are definitely smaller.
Way smaller, yeah.
I think I sent y'all a picture when I was there just recently. I sent somebody
you
a
did.
picture. No, I don't know if it was y'all or it was somebody.
No,
but
you
yeah.
did. I think you
Oh,
did.
yeah. But I sent it to another group chat I'm in, and all my friends are like, "What is that? A kid's meal?" I got the large, but it wasn't that big because it's not that big. The only thing I hate is like they had that California bullshit with the fucking the paper straws. I fucking hate paper straws, dude. I fucking hate them.
I never had. Does it get soggy?
Yes, that's why it sucks, and then the taste is just not the same.
I mean, you
Like
might as well just take the lid off then.
Yeah,
And
I
just
mean,
drink it
no,
out the lid.
where you can, but it's just like, well, fuck, I want a straw. I like a straw. I don't know. I'm a straw guy.
I'd rather not have the straw.
I mean, there's times I don't want a straw, but I
Do you
mean,
know why the straw was invented?
no, I do not. That's
For-
interesting.
For manners.
Oh, for not like
Not
slurping.
Slurping like David.
Oh,
Like,
hey, hey, where they fucking dude in Japan, slurping is polite
with ramen.
with anything. They slurp when they eat
slurp
anything.
the shit out.
Yeah, they slurp anything, dude. They'll fucking like. Where I mean, there's only certain things you can slurp, but
Yeah.
they like udon, ramen, fucking what is it? Fuck, anything with noodles. Basically, there's a few other ones. I always go fucking blank when I need to know. But yeah, they slurp they like slurp it all.
Dude, when I go back to Japan, I'm eating a shitload of ramen and udon, especially udon.
Yeah, there's a shitload of fucking good food out there. I mean, their food is definitely healthier, but yeah.
But back to the topic, yeah, that's why you don't see that many overweight people in other countries because they cook with authentic and organic.
I think it's even our bread is like really
Our
fucking
bread's not
contaminated.
allowed in other countries. That tells you something, bro.
That's so fucked up. It's like, hey, where'd you get that bread, America? Get that shit out of here. They
Like-
just put it in a little fucking capsule
like-
and blow it up.
I think even like Putin put that law into order where it was no artificial food can be sold in Russia.
I don't. Yeah, I know he has some other. I
He
know they
has
have some.
something-
Yeah,